Hi, I'm John with Dean Safe Company. We're going to show you a video today that Bo and I made a few years back on how to bolt the safe down. It's every bit as significant today as it was then, but with some additions. I've made some notes on some of the comments, questions, and suggestions we had, and I'll go over those at the end of the video, just to give you a better idea of everything that's going on. Thank you.
So to get started on how to bolt down a safe to a concrete foundation, you have to start with the tools you need. So let's go over some of the tools that it takes to do this job. And if you have the right tools, like I said, it's going to be pretty easy. So we use here at Dean Safe Company, Hilti hammer drill. It's simple. You can pick it up at any hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's type store. About 75% of the safes, the bolt downs that we do, we use 3/8 bolts. So we have a 3/8 bit on here, a concrete bit. And don't go chintzy on this. Get a good bit. It makes things a lot easier. We've found that if you spend a little bit more money on a better bit, it lasts longer, it's faster to do, and it actually saves you a lot of money in the long run. Also then, we use, like I said, about 75% of the bolt downs we do with a 3/8 size bolt. These are 3/8 by 3. Very good Hilti bolts, once again, American made, don't rust. And the way, in layman's terms, how Hilti salesmen told me how they work is that they're about 1,500 pounds of pressure per bolt straight down on the safe. So very good bolt here. Once again, these are a little bit more expensive than your typical easy screw anchor bolts, but they don't rust. They're American made. It's just the way to go. They're about $1 a piece, if you will. You need a impact drill. Get a good one once again, but any impact drill will work pretty good on that. If you do the holes correctly, it'll go right in. And then we just need a simple shop vac. You want to vacuum out the holes after you drill them. It allows the bolt to go in a lot easier and secure in there. One thing that you always want to do, and typically, like we said in the video before when we took the safe off the pallet, it's usually in a garage setting maybe, or even in home. But what you really want to focus on too is making sure the safe is level and sitting firm on the concrete foundation. So I've already gone ahead and put some shims in there. Even though we're in a pretty flat surface, I shim this so it's secure on there, because it does no good to bolt down a safe and then have it wobbling because the floor isn't good. So you want to shim it down. Another thing that I do that might make this a little bit easier too is I took out the interior gun rack section. It just makes it a little bit easier to move around in there. That's not necessary when you have a 30-inch wide safe like this, but it doesn't hurt, so you might as well. It's easy. It's a simple pull a couple things out. Okay, we're going to get started here. And by the way, have a pair of safety glasses and some hearing protection. It always helps also. It's not super loud, but it doesn't hurt. Okay, so we're going to start drilling this safe. It has 4 pre-drilled holes in it. So I'm going to start in this right corner here as you're looking at the safe. You just simply put it down, and then when you have a good bit, you don't have to put too much pressure. You just start the drill. You go down and just go right through the concrete like that. Now I'm going to do this corner over here. So now that we're done drilling the holes, what we want to do is vacuum out the holes and get all that concrete dust out there before we actually put the bolts in. One thing, be careful, this drill bit is a little warm, so don't take it out and then just set it in your tool bag. Just be a little careful. I always just take it out and set it on a concrete off to the side. It only takes a couple minutes for it to cool down. Okay, now that the holes are vacuumed out, they're ready to go, we're going to take our impact with the bolt and start, just like we did bolting it down. I like to do a catty corner, do one corner and then the opposite corner, just so it secures down like you're putting on a tire, if you will. And we'll just go around on that. Like I said, a nice impact in our drill, they'll be just fine. Just like that. And then just go, once again, like doing a tire, just go around one more time just to make sure they're tight, but they should be. And just like that, bolted down a safe to the concrete foundation.
I hope you enjoyed the videos. I've made some notes here. I'm not sure if I've duplicated any of them, but let's start right out. Here's one. I want to bolt my safe down. Should I put in floor protection under the safe? Well, why not? Now, I will tell you that we've used everything from rubber mats to marine grade plywood at different times for different customers that were concerned that there may be some standing water in the garage. What if the water heater breaks? Things of that nature. So it doesn't hurt to prop it up a little bit. I've seen people use everything from hockey pucks to specially made phenolic blocks that are dedicated for that purpose, put on heavy machinery and stuff. But bolting down is the primary thing. Now keep in mind, if it's going in a garage generally has a slight slope to it so that the water can ease its way out gently. So you might also use a couple of wedges. We use plastic ones. There's wood ones available, but think of the future. If you're going to have a little bit of runoff, get specially prepared wood. You can put down a plate of steel. Almost anything will protect the bottom of the safe, but more importantly, get you off the ground just a little bit to be so you don't have to worry so much about that water. Another question I have is, can you use a Hilti gun? Yes, you can, but I must confess, we've not used a Hilti gun. We don't know how well it works. They are a nail and a washer. I believe they're very powerful and they'll hang on to stuff, but it's not like you can unscrew them when you're done with it. So that might be an issue. Oh, here's another one on garages leveled. All right, let's talk about drilling holes in modern homes. Out here in California in 1971, I think, they passed a law because of a couple of earthquakes we had that were unnerving, to put in post-tension cable. And that is a cable that is stretched out like crazy when they pour the foundation. Now, you do not want to cut that cable. You do not want to harm that cable. So if you have post-tension cable, you're going to need somebody to come in and tell you where it's at. And they have special machines that can follow it through. They mark it up with chalk, and those are the places you don't put a bolt. And that is really important. If you nick one, I've had guys tell me, oh, hit it with a little spray paint and seal it. That works fine, but in 5 years, if it does corrode and the foundation cracks because of something you've done, you might still be liable, so be careful about that. Best case scenario, avoid post-tension cables. I've got a metal detector. I'm going to see if I can find post-tension cables with that, and I'll let you know about that in the future. Another suggestion came from one of our commenters, which I thought was quite good. He likes to use liquid cement sealer. So when he's putting the bolts in, he puts in a liquid cement. He likes to go all the way through the foundation, which can cause some water issues. If you have a high water table where you live, that could be an issue. So he uses liquid cement sealer, and he said is tremendously effective, and we do appreciate that comment. We don't have much of that out here in California. I can't speak to it, but it certainly sounds right to me. I did get a question. Does the garage get hotter if I'm storing tires and cars in there if it goes into a fire? Honest answer is I don't know, but I will tell you that in the past 50 years, every time I've been called out to a garage fire to open up the safe, some similar things. The dials have burned off, most cases the handles have burned off, shows me that they had an extremely hot fire. The inside contents of the products never seemed to be harmed because it also told us the fire was extremely quick. Garages burn down fast, so they might hit 1,500, 1,700, even 2,000 degrees, maybe even more, but they burn so fast that it doesn't seem to be a huge, major problem that you might think. Now, when you put tires in the garage, I know tires burn about 1,700 degrees, and I don't think that's been an issue on any of the jobs I've been to. I don't think it's going to be a big problem. Just, you need to know garages burn down quick. Just more importantly, bolt the thing down. Now, here's another comment. Put it in the corner of a room. Now, we do our own tests. We drill holes in the ground, as you've seen, and we'll pry those things. Now, when you're prying a safe, particularly like a gun safe, so that safe is sitting up here like this, and you're prying here, it wants to tip back. Well, what if it can't tip back because it's in the corner of a room and it hits the wall? So all of a sudden, instead of yanking on one or two bolts, you're attempting to yank on all four at the same time because it's being supported by two walls. You can get at it at two sides, and whichever side you get to, you got a wall on the opposite. That is going to create a problem, and that can really make a difference. With the bolts we're using, they're shockingly strong. We have tested them against numerous other bolts, but more importantly, you can remove them when you need to. And we do get calls, can you boom my safe? It's bolted down. Yes, we can. When we bolted it down, we know we can get those bolts out. We do use new bolts to put it in. Why not? Bolts are not that expensive. I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you so much for watching to the end here. Whoa, I almost forgot to ask you to like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate that. Nobody pays us for these videos. We do it to get you information so you can make intelligent decisions. And we do appreciate it. You have a good day. I'll see you in a week or so. Take care. Bye.